It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. And it comes your way next.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is back for his 5th year as Minnesota's starter, tied for the longest streak of stability the team has had at quarterback since, get this, Fran Tarkenton in the late 1970s. He's been excellent during that time, making his 2nd Pro Bowl last season after 4,200 yards and 33 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings, though, still hovering right around 500 at the 8-win mark, hoping to see him lead a talented roster back to the postseason.
On play action, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the game after just 2 seasons in the league. As a rookie, 2nd-team All-Pro, and then in his 2nd year was 2nd in the league in yardage. This guy continues to grow and get better with every game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Cousins now from the 50. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. Joseph's got it, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Joseph now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Now here come the Saints about to begin their first possession, and the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
It was terrible to see Jameis Winston suffer his torn ACL last season because he had the Saints rolling in his first year running the show in New Orleans. They went 5-2 in his starts, and they were just 4-6 after he was injured. And how about this? He only threw 3 interceptions, really addressing the big concern people had from his time as a starter in Tampa. New Orleans, they plan to roll with him for a 2nd season and hope that last year's performance will carry over in a full season.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, good footwork at the 30. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jameis to throw it. There's Chris Olave. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Winston. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the red zone now, Winston. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Looks good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Throwing, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter with Cook. They juked him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 36, Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled for just a short gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The Vikings send out their punter. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles off the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to get the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. That spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Winston to Thomas there for the Saints' 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again with Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on second down. Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Winston now to throw on first down. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Again, it's Winston. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Saints go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
David Onyemata there on the tackle. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Vikings in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Play action now, Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Kamara up the middle. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Working out of the gun, Winston. Olave over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jameis now on 1st down. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. They'll throw again. Winston. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
First down, here's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Cousins gives way to Cook. Able to slither by. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. That's a quick slant. He finds Adam Thielen. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On second down, Cook. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another top 5 season in rushing for Cook last year's 3rd straight over 1,100 yards, and his 3rd straight ending with a Pro Bowl selection. This season can see a couple more milestones for him. He will cross 5,000 yards very early and could climb to 3rd on the Vikings' all-time list of rushing leaders.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag.
Touchdown, Vikings! K.J. Osborne, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are the mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a wild out. When you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Cousins, and it's caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Your
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They run it again with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. On second down, Kamara. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Cousins and the Vikings down 24-17. A little over 80 ticks to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked. That's
a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A give. This is Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. This offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back from both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Cousins now. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room.